Hello, hello. Hello everyone, welcome to Unacademy. So before starting today's session, I would like to have the input as well as the concurrence regarding the quality of video as well as audio. If it has been perfect, just write perfect over the live chat, and then we are going to start today's session. And then your agenda has been quite clear, and today is going to be the classes on the calculus. Already 4 number of classes are being spent over the calculus, and the important concepts of series, limit, continuity, differentiability, single integration is already been taken in past 4 number of classes. So I think it's been the right time I should also be going ahead with few more kinds of integration, and that is been double integration as well as the triple integration, where I would be focusing over the contour length, area under the curve, volume after rotation of a certain contour. There are been 4 to 5 different categories of the integrations from where the questions are been repeatedly asked. So yes, today's class would also be dependent or would be completely dedicated over the integration only. So let me take few number of questions based on the concept of integration once again. And I would request to each one of you try to join the Telegram group as maximum as possible, so that in future, whenever I take a class on engineering mathematics on Gate Academy Global or any of the class in our main channel, the things would be known to us. So let me go ahead straight away into the question. So many number of questions has already been taken from the concept of integration. Yes, my dear friend, this kind of questions are been repeatedly asked, where I need to find the area which has been confined by certain two different contour. Like it could have been y is equals to x, which has been a straight line, y is equals to x square, that has been upper facing parabola, and the region where they had been interacting and had been making a enclosed region, and I need to find that area. This kind of the questions are been repeatedly asked in different examinations. Like if you want, you can have a look of it. This question has been asked in mechanical and production engineering, year of 2004. The problem was framed by IIT Delhi. As per the problem, the area enclosed between the parabola y is equals to x square, you can feel that it is going to be a upper facing parabola, and the straight line y is equals to x is the 4 different options are being attached along with this problem, and this kind of the questions are being repeatedly asked. So let me do one thing. Let me expand this problem a bit, and we will take this problem towards working board, and we will try to smash that problem there only. So let me take this problem towards working board now. So I have taken this problem towards working board. So here comes a question now. My dear friend, whenever you have this kind of question where you have to find the area enclosed by the 2 different contour, so 2 or 3 number of important steps you guys have to follow. What has been the first? Try to figure it out how the curve has been looking like. Tentative idea of the curve. The second one has been their interaction point or interacting point. Then only you will be able to feed their limits. So what we have been doing, let me focus over the 2 different curves which we had over this problem. This has been y is equals to x, that is going to be a straight line and passing through the origin, and y is equals to x square is going to be upper facing parabola. So let me take a xy plane. Here comes x-axis, here goes y-axis. This has been x-axis and this has been a y-axis. Y is equals to x square is going to be upper facing parabola, as it had been communicated earlier, and similarly y is equals to x is going to be a straight line kind of this. So this has been the reason for which the area is to be calculated. This one, the area is to be calculated. So this has been the first step, and that has been the tentative idea of the curve, and at the same time I also had to assess where they had been intersecting each other. How will I know that where they have been intersecting each other? See, at the intersection point, y is equals to x as well as y is equals to x square, both of the equation is to be satisfied. Why? Because this point has been falling over y is equals to x square as well as y is equals to x. That means both of the equation is to be satisfied. So what I would do, in order to make y is equals to x as well as y is equals to x square, at the same point, what I would do, I can keep x is equals to y or y is equals to x. So what I would be doing over here, y has been fed as x. So this becomes x is equals to x square, or which is being a quadratic equation with one independent variable. Virtually speaking, this could have been written as x minus 1 is equals to 0. You will get x is equals to 0 and 1. The values are being 0 and 1. So you can feed in either of the equation and you will get 0 in behalf of 0 and 1 in behalf of 1. Anyways, if you'll focus over this curve, no, this has been pretty sure that one interaction point is been at origin and the another interaction point is been at the point 1 comma 1. This must be approached at very beginning. Now, for finding this area, you could have used a vertical strip or the horizontal strip. Why we have been using a strip, my dear friend? See, this has been a curve, or this has been an area which has been a curvy in nature. It has not been flat towards bottom side. Towards upside, it has been flat, but towards bottom side, it has not been the flat. So what you'll do, you'll take an infinitely small area or infinitely small strip whose area is almost been 0. Why so? If the strip length has been almost null, in that case you can take that strip as a rectangle, and over the period of this distance, if all of the areas considered by that rectangle is been added up, you will be getting the area which has been considered by this structure. And the second important thing, as far as that strip is being concerned, it can be taken as a rectangle. Why? Although towards top side it is been flat in nature, towards the bottom side it has been curvy in nature. If its width has been almost null, towards the downside and towards the top side, I can take it has been quite flat and I can take it has been a kind of rectangle. And that's been the best thing regarding the differential value, either it's been a differential length, volume or area. Agreed what I'm saying? So tell me what could have been the best most answer for this given question. I would like to know from each one of you what must have been the answer for this given question. So what I would do, I would go towards upside. I will take the third step. See, either of these strips you could have used. Either you could have taken the vertical strip, either you could have taken a horizontal strip. If you could have taken a vertical strip, may I know what must have been the area of that strip? Height must have been the value of y towards upside and the value of y towards the downside. I should say this has been y2 over y1, and here comes dx, and we had to integrate the area of that strip over the x. So this has been the height of this strip, and keep in mind the height of a strip would be keep changing. As you can see, the height of a strip is being continuously increasing. You can see, and now it goes to maximum, and again it decreases. Again it decreases. So that is what I am saying. If we'll talk about the area which has been considered by that strip, its width that has been extremely small, that has been dx, and the height has been y2 minus of y1. Virtually speaking, this is going to be the area. Now even this area could have been calculated using the double integration as well. What? Y2 minus of y1 could have been written as dy y2 minus of y1, and y2 minus of y1 is simply been resolved using a integration. So if we'll take an integration of dy, that has been y, if we'll take its upper limit y2 and its lower limit, that's been y1, and here comes dx, here comes dx. So I feel this process which I had been revealed just now must have been clear to all of us, must have been clear to all of us. So from here onwards, keep in mind, whenever you had been performing the double integration, and if the lower limit and upper limit are been in a function of x, virtually speaking, the lower limits are lower and upper limits are been a limits of y, vertical strips has been taken. Vertical strips has been taken. Did you understand what I am saying? You could have taken its alternate all. You could have taken its alternate as well. I may write this as a 3 days. Rather taking a vertical strip, I had taken a horizontal strip. And if I take a horizontal strip whose width, or I can say height, has been almost null, in that case, rather writing dx, I must write this as a dy. Quite okay. And as far as their width is being concerned, its width is being keep increasing till this point, and again it is been decreasing. Virtually speaking, earlier the height was variable and now the width is been variable. Virtually speaking, here let's take it has been x2, here let's take it has been x1, which is supposed to be the function of y. Anyways, this has been the width of this strip. What about the height? Height has been infinitely small, and that comes dy. And once you'll integrate it, you will get the complete area. Anyways, x2 minus of x1 can also be calculated using a additional integral, and that is why the dx had come earlier and then comes dy, and the limits are been from x1 to x2, and the x1 would be function of y, x2 would be function of y, and end of the day we will take their limits in a form of y only. So what I'm saying, how will I know that a vertical strip is being used while smashing this problem, or the horizontal strip is being used? It solely depends. It solely depends which kind of structure we had. If we had X over here, so definitely the vertical strip is being chosen. And if we have taken a Y over here, so definitely horizontal strip is being chosen. Horizontal strip is being chosen. Many of the students, you used to also have a doubt, sir, why this double integration is being used? Double integration is just been used to subtract y2 and y1 and to subtract x2 and x1, x2 and x1. Till this point, I don't find any of the students would have any kind of doubt now. So let me do one thing. Let me draw this down. How the curve has been looking. Y is equals to x square. Y is equals to x square. Just a minute. Where it had gone. Y is equals to x square. So here I would be taking the two different curves. Here comes y is equals to x square. Here comes x raised to the power of 2. And here comes y is equals to x. Y is equals to x. Let me delete this. Let me delete this. So this has been the structure. And as you can see, they had been meeting at 0, 0 and they had been meeting at 1, 1. And this has been the area which I had been seeking for. I need to calculate this area actually. This area. I need to calculate this area. This one. This area must have been calculated in the two different techniques as I was discussing earlier. Either I could have taken a vertical strip, either I could have taken a horizontal strip. So here I take a vertical strip. Let's take I have taken a vertical strip, kind of this, vertical strip, kind of this. Either I could have taken a horizontal strip. Anyways, if we'll talk about their areas, respective areas, may you know what would be their areas? It is going to be height has been variable, so I will take its upper limit and lower limit, that has been y2 minus of y1. Y2 minus of y1 could have been calculated using dy over y1 to y2, and then comes dx. It's been a quite easy to calculate in case of vertical strip, and in case of horizontal strip, it is simply going to be integration of dx, and it goes from x, which has been a function of y, of course, to x2, and here comes their limits again, and we will be able to conquer this complete structure. So virtually speaking, we had assumed this strip as a rectangle, then only I could calculate this value. And the best thing regarding the differential calculus is been, the things are been chopped out in such a small pieces, even their edges is not been flat, but if it has been a very small in height, I can take this has been a flatty region, this has been a flatty region, although it has been curvy in nature, this has been a flatty region, and this has been a flatty region, and put together I could have calculated this value as well. So I would like to know from each one of you, can you tell me what had been the best most answer for this given question, where the question had went up? Tell me what must have been the answer for this given question. I would like to know from each one of you. What must have been the answer for this given question? So the same thing has to be done. If I have taken the vertical limits, so I would go ahead taking this calculation. What I would do, the vertical strip is taken, obviously the first integration has to be taken place with respect to the y. The upper limit is been y is equals to x, I can write this as x, and the lower limit is been y is equals to x square, y is equals to x square, and then comes integration with respect to the x. Once you'll integrate dy, that is been y, virtually speaking, x and x square is been subtracted. X and x square has been subtracted, and end of the day, we had to encapsulate the region of x that starts from x is equals to 0 and goes till x is equals to 1. Virtually speaking, this is supposed to be its answer. Agreed what I'm saying? So what I would do, I would take the integration of x, and that is been x square divided by f2. If I'll take its upper limit, that's going to be 1 by 2. 0 is been 0. So virtually speaking, it is been 1 divided by f2. And similarly, this becomes x to the power of 3 divided by f3. Virtually speaking, it is been minus 1 divided by f3. If we'll take its LCM, this has been 6. This becomes 3 minus of 2. And the answer has been quite relevant, and that has been 1 upon 6. So as far as this question is being concerned, the B is being the best most answer. you could have get this answer. You could have get this answer. So although in first question I had given all of the clearance about the double integration, how will I get the area considered by the two different structures, and in future any kind of problem you come across this kind of problem, definitely you can use the same concept once again. You can use the same concept once again. Has it been clear to all of us? Has it been clear to all of us? So what I would do, I would take the next question as well, and I would request to each one of you, try it out and tell me what must have been the best most answer for this given question. For this given question. Yes. This problem won't be that easy, but still try this down. Try this down. This one. Yes. Here comes the next question. I would like to know from each one of you what could have been the best most answer for this given question. I need to find the area which has been bounded by y is equals to x square and the line x is equals to 4 and y is equals to 0 is being given by. Anyways, probably the option must have been given along with this question. Let me go into that option as well. Anyways, this is not required actually. This is not required. This somewhere here it must be. Yes, here comes the question. Read the problem carefully and tell me what must have been the answer over there. Tell me what must have been the answer over there. I had been waiting for the answer, so I would like to have the input from each one of you. What must have been the answer for this given question? Tell me. What must have been the answer? I need the answer from each one of you. What must have been the best most answer for this given question? Anyways, let me focus over this question and we will try to concede which kind of the structure it has been made. Anyways, y is equals to x square is again been a upper facing parabola. X is equals to 4 is going to be a vertical line, and y is equals to 0, it is going to be a, so overall, if we'll try to draw this curve, again I will take a xy plane. So here comes x-axis, here comes x-axis, and here goes y-axis. X-axis and y-axis is in there front of you. So y is equals to x square has been upper facing parabola. Y is equals to x square is going to be a upper facing parabola is been this kind. Y is equals to x square. Y is equals to x square. This has been first contour. The second contour is been x is equals to 4. Keep in mind the x is equals to 4 is going to be a horizontal line. Keep in mind, is it been a horizontal or vertical? Vertical line. Y axis is also been called as a x is equals to 0 axis. So it is been shifted by 4 unit towards right hand side. Towards right hand side. So here comes something like this. So this goes x is equals to 4. X is equals to 4. And the next is going to be y is equals to 0. X axis is being referred as a y is equals to 0 axis. So virtually speaking, this. So if I say the three different contours which we had, which had been conceding a certain area, definitely this has been that area, this has been that area, and the calculation was quite easy. By using a simple integration, you could have calculated it. How? I will take the integration of what? X square, and that too from x is equals to 0 to x is equals to 4. That's it. Why? Because still it had been bounded by the function lower limit, upper limit, and the x-axis. So even the double integration was not needed in this problem. So I could have taken the integration of x square over dx, and the x goes from 0 to 4. It was a quite simple question. Quite simple question. And if we'll take integration of x to the power of 2, that would become x to the power of 3 divided by of 3. X to the power of 3 divided by 3. Yes. And if we'll take x as 4, I repeat, if I take x as 4, virtually speaking, it becomes 4 into 4, that has been 16. 16 into 4, that has been 64. That has been divided by of 3. So that has been the answer actually which we had. That has been the answer which we had. And the B has been the simple most answer. Straight away question. See? Nothing, nothing. You just have to feed the data and you have to get the answer as well. Anyways, let me go beyond taking the next question as well. Let me take this question. And probably this is going to be a bit difficult one, because the curve as well as their interaction would not be that easy to calculate. But still now I am be taking the next question as well. The problem had been asked in GATE Civil Engineering in year of 2016. The problem was framed by IISc Bangalore. Read it carefully and tell me what must have been the answer over there. The problem states the area of a region bounded by the parabola, that is been upper facing parabola shifted by 1, and the straight line x plus y is equals to 3. Obviously which is a lower phased straight line. The area which should be considered by this given structure would be, the area which will be considered by this given structure would be, I would like to know from each one of you, tell me what must have been the best most answer for this given question. I would like to know from each one of you what must have been the best most answer for this given question. Tell me what must have been the best most answer for this given question. Tell me what must have been the best most answer for this given question. Let me come back to the question now once again. Tell me what must have been the best most answer for this given question. I would like to know from each one of you. Tell me what would be the best most answer for this given question. I would like to know from each one of you. I would like to know from each one of you.
Doesn't support that.
Anyways, my dear friends, the student who had not been enrolled with us, they should enroll with us because all of the top rankers as well as the good results, and that too in this much affordable cost, nowhere else you will be getting it. In this year, EAC, you can see the result which you had produced in electrical and electronics. That has been AIR 7, 10, 11, 13 and 21st. 21st. Pratigya batch is already been running. The Sujay sir had started with signal system. Daily basis 7 p.m. he's been taking classes, and the code what he had to use while enrollment is been GA 1111 and all of the top educators are going to come together to teach you the learn into lucid form. The amount of money which you guys have been paying, see, you can see 23% has been laid off, and that too with such a small amount, only and only 4,705 and 6,416 amount of rupees has to be paid in 15th month and 13th month. The amount is being paid, and that too the deduction amount would be applicable only and only if you use the code GA1111. And keep in mind the number which you have to use for any kind of query has been this one, 9713113156. If you want, you can go ahead with our recorded course as well. In recorded course for mechanical, it has been approximately 777 hours. For civil engineering, more than 900. For electrical engineering, approximately 1100. For ECE, more than 950. And similarly, CS and IT, again, it has been more than 950. And the amount of subscription payment which you have to pay is been 4,705 for 15th month, and similarly 6,416 for 13th month. And keep in mind the code which you guys have been using or you have to use is been GA1111. GA1111. Again, English and English. The course, the amount which you had to pay for the English course and the English course for 15th month, only and only 3,421. And for 13th month, you had to pay 4,277. For the English, you had to pay 4,705. And for 13th month, you had to pay 6,416. 416. And again, it has been a consolidation. Yes. Next, G Drive course. G Drive course has just been available with the amount of 2,999. All of the recorded course which were one of the prime most course in the country, specifically for the GATE, you can get it just by 2,999. Is that part clear? So this is all for the today's class. We'll meet in tomorrow's class. Tomorrow I won't have class because I'm going to have a class in main channel. So day after tomorrow. Till then, bye bye. Take care.